Alright guys, welcome to video 2 here on my video series on how to test your vol indicator performance. Alright, this is a very important video. In fact, I dare say this might be one of the most important videos I've done all year. Okay, now if you haven't watched the first video on the performance tester, I strongly recommend you go and watch that video first before coming back to this one. Alright, now guys, what I want you to do is I want you to go to your control center and I want you to load this product here. You see this? Alright, this is the vol performance tester. Okay, you just slap it onto your chart, and if I show you the inputs, it's very self-explanatory. Okay, the most important parts are picking the direction. Okay, when you run your report, you do have to pick the direction. You have two choices, long or short. Okay, you then have to pick your start time and your end time, and that's because you want the report to only show you all the trades during peak trading hours. Right? We don't want to see any trades that took place at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? We don't care about that. We only want to see the trades when the market was officially open and there's a ton of volume. All right? And folks, of course, I would say maybe the most important part of this input parameters is your max daily loss threshold. Those of you guys that are successful traders out there, you know that when you set a fixed daily loss limit, just stop trading for the day and come back the next day, right? The reason that I think a lot of traders fail miserably is because they over trade. They just revenge trade, right? For example, you might take a couple of losses in a row and that might make you upset. And so you want to take your anger and your revenge out on the market. Raise your hand if you've been there, right? I think we've all been there. And that's a classic sign of over trading. Okay, and as you're going to see in a few seconds here, when I run this report, you're going to see how to fix all of your bad habits and maybe, just maybe, improve your performance. All right, hence the name, vol performance tester. All right, so folks, once you've set your inputs and your parameters, all you got to do here is hit this enable checkbox and hit OK. Watch what happens here. You're going to see the report fire off. All right, and it's going to cycle through every single day. It's going to take every single trade from all of the last 6 weeks. And when I say 6 weeks, I've run this report for the last 6 weeks. I feel it's very relevant for a lot of you guys, and maybe you can use this report and glean some very powerful observations on what you might be doing wrong. All right, so kaboom, the report's done. You can kind of see that here. Whenever the color band shows up on your charts, you know that the full report has been done. And let me just walk you guys through what you're seeing here in this report. All right, column 1 represents the dates, every single date over the last 29 days. That's approximately 6 weeks when you strip out holidays and weekends. Okay, column number 2 represents the number of total trades that you took. Column number 3 here is your total profit or loss, and columns 4 and 5 break it down to you in terms of ticks or pips if you follow along in Forex. And what this report's also going to do is it's going to total everything up for you nicely. All right, you can see at the bottom here, 29 days, we took a grand total of 58 trades. We had a total profit of just under $14,000. And we bagged 609 ticks on target 1 and approximately 618 ticks on target 2. Now, look, I know your eyes are lighting up like a Christmas tree right now. All right, and for those of you guys who already bought this performance tester, I'm so glad that it helped you out this week. I mean, look, folks, the whole point of this vol performance tester is to help you figure out what you're doing wrong, run a couple of different test cases, change your T-bar speeds, change your start time, change your end time, maybe even change your profit targets, right? There's all sorts of things you can do, but here's the disclaimer, all right? And it's very important you pay attention to this. In order to run this report, you have to have live tick data, all right? That's the one requirement to run these reports efficiently. You can't use time-based data. You can't use 1-minute candlesticks or 30-minute Renko bars, okay? You have to have live tick data as part of your charting platform. Now, the good news is I think 98% of you guys out there who are actively trading, you probably all have live tick data, so there should be no issues whatsoever running this report. All right. Now let me show you a fascinating observation that I gleaned from this report. Okay, so you can see here, if we take it from the top, which was the first day of the prior month, all right, the first physical full trading session of the previous month, you can see that starting from this point and really pushing forward for the first, like, week and a half, the strategy took some significant drawdowns, right? You can see here we hit our daily loss. Here we hit our daily loss, daily loss. It wasn't until maybe the middle part or the back half of the month did this performance really start to take off and deliver us some huge potential profits, right? But I'm going to show you a very interesting correlation, okay? So I want to contrast for you the back half of the month with the front half of the month. All right, let's just pick a random date here. Let's just pick some recent stuff here, right? So you see here, this entire week, right, was a winning week. We didn't lose on a single day. Every day was profitable. But can you also see that the correlation of those winning days was also tied to the number of trades, right? We kept it to a max of 2 trades per day. Now look at the losing days. Right? Here's a losing day. We hit our max loss. Look at the number of trades. We took 4. Look at the previous day. Another max loss day. Here we took 6 trades. Right? Isn't this interesting where, according to this report, okay, if we keep our trades to just 2 trades max per day, we have a great chance of being profitable. And if we exceed 2 trades a day, we have a great chance of being unprofitable, aka we have a higher chance of losing on those days. And this takes me back to what I said at the start of this video, folks. All right, far too many of you guys are over trading, and this report should spell it out for you crystal clear that when you limit your number of trades and put a cap on it, could be 1 trade a day, could be 2 trades a day, whatever you think your number is, all right, as long as it's a quote-unquote conservative number, then I think you have a far greater chance of being successful as opposed to just going balls to the wall every day, taking every single trade, taking 4 trades, 10 trades, 50 trades a day. Leave that for the suckers. Leave that for the amateurs and the retail traders, all right? Have some discipline and professionalism in your approach. But yeah, folks, these are the potential results for the S&P 500 going back over 6 weeks. Full disclosure, this is based on my personal inputs and my personal user parameters. The results of this report can differ greatly based on your personal inputs. All right, so again, congrats to everybody who locked in the special pricing I was doing on the Vol Performance Tester. To me, this thing is solid gold. This thing is priceless, and I can't wait to run this report again for you guys and show you how it did this week. See you there.